Hi everyone, welcome back to my lab and today's video, which is going to be my review of the brand new Kaleidos Makeup Futurism palettes. They recently launched two new palettes. They are number 4 and 5 to the Futurism Collection, and those are specifically their summer launch. I enjoyed their original Futurism Collection so much that I absolutely knew I had to pick these up when I saw them teased on Instagram. Today's video is also extra special because it's going to be in collaboration with my friend Jill E Crist. We connected here on YouTube just through our love of makeup, and I think she found me through one of my brush reviews. We've been subscribed to each other's channels and really enjoy each other's videos very much, and we thought that it would be a great idea to collaborate. I'm incredibly flattered to be working with her on this video. I will be demoing the VR Neon palette, and she's going to be demonstrating the other one for you, which is the Electro Turquoise palette. If you don't know Jill yet, I'm so excited to introduce her to you. She does amazing reviews and she's incredibly knowledgeable about luxury makeup brands, those really high-end brands in luxury department stores. She has reviewed entire lines. Most recently she did Westman Atelier, which I have absolutely nothing from that brand, and she did such an amazing thorough review of their entire collection. I was super impressed and I learned so much from her videos. I know a lot of you have found me through some of my Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona videos, and a lot of you are luxury makeup lovers. She is absolutely a channel for you. I know a lot of you know Michelle Wong. Her channel is very similar, so I definitely recommend you visit her channel. I think you're gonna absolutely love her as much as I do. Also exciting in this video, this is like a triple threat video, is that by circumstance, we were able to get together and schedule a little giveaway for this video. I love doing giveaways on my channel. I've actually been stashing things away, but my channel hasn't been growing that super fast, but I will definitely have another giveaway coming soon. But we wanted to do a giveaway of this specific collection. We will be giving away one of the Kaleidos Futurism 5 Electro Turquoise palettes. The giveaway is open internationally because we know we have friends all over the world on our channel. We don't want anybody to be excluded. All the details will be in the description box, but basically the only condition is that you do have to be subscribed to both of our channels and for you to leave a comment on each of our videos in this collaboration. We're so happy to bring that option to you, especially with this brand, which is a really underrated, much more new brand to the industry, and I think people need to give this brand another look. It is definitely something special. If you're here from Jill's channel or this is your first time to my channel in general, thank you so much for giving me a chance and giving my channel a visit. My name is Jody and I hope you'll enjoy my video. Consider subscribing. I bring you brand new videos 3 times every single week on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 9 a.m. Central Time. Now, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright, so if you're not new to my channel, you probably saw my original review of the Futurism Collection, in which they launched 3 mini palettes. I had to hold on to the packaging because the presentation was just so incredible. The palettes came inside this box, which had a beautiful silver ribbon on them, and the presentation is like so. Just so beautiful. These are the Futurism 1, 2, and 3 palettes. I did a complete review, which I will link up in the cards for you if you haven't seen it yet. I did a look with all 3 of the palettes. My absolute favorite of the 3 would be the Astro Pink palette. It's been in a favorites video in the past. For this summer launch, the presentation was not a disappointment. It is absolutely every bit as beautiful as the original. This one is more vibrant, more bold colors for the summer, and it's just stunning. I'm not going to be able to throw this packaging away either. When you open up the package, the palettes do come in this outer cartons, and they are labeled Futurism 4 and 5, the VR Neon, as well as the Electro Turquoise palette. On the back side, you have information about the ingredients. Please do be aware that these have pressed pigments in them, and a lot of them are not labeled for use around the immediate eye area. However, I have them all over my eye area. I've never had any issue with pressed pigments, but if you have an eye sensitivity, definitely take a close look at the ingredients list, and they have them listed on their website to see if this is something that will work for you. In general, the palettes are made in the PRC. You do get 7 grams of product, and you have a 12-month shelf life with the palettes. This specific collection is labeled as limited edition, so I wouldn't wait if you think it's something something that you might enjoy. I know I missed out on their very first launch, which was also limited edition, and I regret it so much. I would have loved to have gotten my hands on that. The interior of the palettes is reminiscent of the outer carton, and it opens up in kind of a trifold format where you do have a mirror on one side, and it is a usable mirror, and it kind of folds in the way some of the Pat McGrath, the smaller palettes do. And here are your shades for the VR Neon palette. This is the one I'm going to be focusing on today. Definitely the one I used to create the eye look I'm wearing. It's just beautiful. I love it. The palette does come with a little plastic insert that gives you the shade names. And you know, I'll be honest, sometimes I flip it and I get the shade names mixed up. But if you place the label of the brand facing upward and then make sure the words are facing upward, then you will have your shade names there in the palette. And I like to retain them anyway because the mattes are a little bit powdery and I don't like to get the mirror on the eyeshadow palette dirty. Plus, I like to know what the shade names are. I think it's fun. I'm going to be showing you some arm swatches of the palette. They swatch amazingly well. I was not surprised because of my experience with the prior collection, but they are still absolutely beautiful to behold. Jill is going to be swatching this palette on her channel as well so that you can see it on her lighter skin tone. Here we have the Electro Turquoise palette. Same deal as the other one with the trifold packaging. You have that slip so that you can get the shade names, and here is this absolute beauty. Jill, I cannot wait to see what you're going to create with this one. Actually, on Instagram, I would say that this is the palette that has been garnering most of the attention because when I did a little search, I saw that there's so many beautiful looks done with this one. I can't wait to see what you come up with. I won't personally be using this palette in this video today, but I do want to swatch it so that you can see what they look like on my light medium to medium skin tone. And I encourage you to go check out Jill's video when you're done with this one so we can see what she's gonna come up with these beautiful, stunning shades. Now, if you can't tell already, I'm absolutely in love with these palettes. I think they're stunning. The quality is incredible and the color stories are phenomenal. I have to give it to Kaleidos Makeup for the color stories that they are creating. They are definitely unique in a sea of eyeshadow palette releases that start to look very similar to one another. They are doing something that is truly outstanding and different, and I couldn't resist purchasing them. I absolutely have my eye on this brand very closely, and I'm so excited to see what they're going to do next. I purchased the palettes in a bundle. I paid $48 and it does ship from China. So with the $48, I did qualify for free shipping, which is really nice. The shipping is really secure. They come in a very heavy duty bubble wrap package. So everything was perfectly secure and beautiful. On their website, just so you know, there's different bundle options where you can get the original trio that I had, or you can get the summer duo, but you can also select any 3 palettes or any 5 palettes. They have different variations for you to choose from in case that you're interested in trying out more than just the new ones and save you a little bit of money. I do have to say I was a little disappointed that the new palettes, for those of us that already had their previous palettes, were not discounted in that way. They each retail for $24 and the bundle was $48, so not a savings per se. I think it would have been nice to extend a little bit of a savings for those returning customers that have been loyal to your brand. So that's something I would recommend as an improvement, but I'm not complaining about the price point at all. I think that they're definitely worth it, and I find that they're creating such unique color stories in very small palettes. You don't have to have this huge bulky 30 shade eyeshadow palette to have something really unique and different. I think they have something truly special here. In general, I like to be very thorough and fair in my reviews, so I do want to compare this palette. Also, in case you're interested in creating this eye look with something that you may already have in your collection, I recently shared the Huda Beauty Neon Obsessions palette, and this is the Orange Obsessions palette, my personal favorite of the 3. I created a beautiful eye look which I really loved with this specific palette, and I think that if you like the eye look that I'm wearing today, you can definitely create it if you already have this one in your collection. But admittedly, the Kaleidos formula is going to be far superior to the Huda Beauty, and I love this palette, so that really speaks volumes to how much I'm enjoying the Kaleidos formula. And this is especially true of the metallic shades. When you compare the Kaleidos metallics to the Huda Beauty metallics, the metallics in this palette are a little bit more of topper type shades, whereas the metallics in the Kaleidos palettes are pure molten metal goodness. So if you do like the eye look, I definitely think you can create it with the Huda Beauty Neon Obsessions palette if you already own this one. But if you're curious to try out a new brand, I'm definitely recommending Kaleidos Makeup. It's amazing. Still love this palette, but I have to say that I enjoy this one even more. So we've done swatches and gone over some of the basics over the palettes. Let's go ahead and see how I created the eye look so that you can see the palettes in action. I know Jill is probably going to make some kind of comment with regard to how she likes that I do colorful makeup from time to time. I enjoy both neutral makeup as well as colorful makeup. In my day-to-day life, I'm very much like Jill, a working professional, and we just happen to share this passion and love for making YouTube videos to share our thoughts on different makeup products and just make connections with other people via this platform. So anyway, I decided to create something that I consider to be a little bit more wearable, although it's definitely not neutral, not necessarily something I would wear in my line of work, but I would definitely wear it on the evenings and on the weekend because I think it's just a really playful and fun look, very easy to create, as you will see shortly. I thought long and hard about what kind of eye look I want to do for you today in this palette. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I love it so much. And you know, there's actually a lot that you can do here. I know a lot of people are doing like warm smoky eye with these shades right here and then using green on the lower lash line as a pop of color, which is really beautiful. I was originally intending to do a more ethereal look where I was just going to use the green all over my eyelid and underneath the lower lash line, blow it out a little bit with the yellow and call it done. But I really wanted you to be able to see how the different shades perform as well, so that this can be a good and useful review video in terms of how all the shades perform. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a halo eye, and I'm going to focus on these shades right here and leave the green for another day. I think both ideas are really suitable for fall. Even though this was a summer launch, I think that it's something that you can definitely use moving forward into fall. That's definitely the case for the Electro Turquoise palette, but I wanted to show that you can do the same with this one. I'm going to begin with that yellow shade just in the crease area so that I have something to blend colors into. I'm going to use a Smith 247 brush. I'm just going to apply this in the general crease area. Now my eyes are hooded, so I kind of mimic the position of where I would want my crease to be. I want to go ahead and put in the deepest points of the halo eye, so I'm going to take the red shade here, and I'm using a Wayne Goss 04 brush, and I'm just going to tap that into the inner and outer corners of my eyes. I'm going to start on the outer corner here and just tap that in. It's bold and fiery already. I love it. Now I don't have a lot of lid space, so on the inner corner I do have to keep it slightly smaller than on the outer part of my eye, and that's just typically what I have to do whenever I create halo eyes. But if you have a lot of beautiful lid space, a look like this would be so amazing on you. I envy people who have such beautiful lid space and a well-defined crease and non-leaky eyes as well. But we all have our gifts, I suppose. There we go, and we have the beginning of the halo. Now I'm not sure if you're seeing, but the eyeshadows are a little bit powdery in the pan. That's not uncommon with neon shades. They're a little bit of a more dry or lightly pressed formula, I would say. They feel creamy to the touch for sure, but it's just a little bit of kickback in the pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my MAC 221 and go into the orange shade. I should probably be giving you the actual names of these shades, but I think you know which ones I'm talking about. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that one and I'm going to use that to blend the edges. Wow, that was pigmented. Wow. That actually turned out to be way more than I anticipated. I'll definitely pack in a little bit more of the red shade so that that isn't totally lost. I'm just doing lightly circular motions along the edges of those shades. Going back in with that red shade so that I can intensify just the outer corners. And now let's go ahead and go into that yellow and just do the edges. These Smith brushes are actually not my favorites, but because they are a little bit more frizzy, a little more prickly, they do blend shadows really well. I do want to mimic a similar vibe on the lower lash line, so I'm going to take the shades in the same order. I'm going to take the red to the orange, both on the inner and outer corner of my lower lash line, and I will blend it all out with the yellow. I'm going to start out with the Sonia G Smudger. This one is a Smudger 2 and the red shade. And then I'm going to go in with the orange with the Sonia G Pencil Pro. And lastly, I'm taking a Stilazzi L217 with the yellow. It's just a tiny little fluffy brush, and I'm going to diffuse the edges. I just put a little bit of yellow right here. That was just my product placement, so I'm gonna have to wipe that away. It's not that the shades have fallout, it's more about how I went in with that color, but I'll brush it away. Now I'm going to put the metallic orangey shade in the center of my eye, and honestly these shades go on beautifully on their own. However, I do have hooded eyes and I want my eye makeup to last all day, so I'm going to apply it with a little bit of glitter glue just to make sure that it sticks down a little bit. So I'm just going to use this one from Too Faced on my fingers. I'm taking just about that much, and that's probably even a lot. Now I could of course cut this out and make it very perfect with concealer, but I kind of want to use the palette in a more blended out kind of fashion without such precision. So for that reason, I'm just gonna go right into the center and just tap that onto my eyelid, and that's exactly where I'm going to tap that metallic shade. I'm going to take a MAC 242 and I'm gonna go ahead and go into that metallic shade and apply it with a brush. So like I mentioned, these shimmers really don't need the help of the glitter glue. It's just my anatomy that needs the help of the glitter glue. These go on beautifully even without it. And when I do more winged out smoky eye looks, I typically won't use glitter glue. So that's the intensity that I achieve using the eyeshadow dry. I want to replicate that on the lower lash line, but it's a much more precise spot. So I'm taking a little bit of the glitter glue on my brush and I'm going to apply it right in the center. And that's exactly where I'm going to place the shadow. At this point, I'm going to take a little bit more of that orange shade to just blend the metallic with the rest of the eye look, and then we're going to be done. You could of course have used the pink as well, and that pink metallic is beautiful in its own right. But I also try to avoid putting every single shade on my face because that's kind of when a mess can occur. Now if you want it to be really creative, you can definitely use the neon green on the inner corner or something really bold like that. But I think that this is where I'm going to call my look. I will be finishing my other eye off camera. That's my bad eye, the one that always cries. So usually it takes me a little bit longer. I will probably apply these lashes. They are by Baddington Beauty, the Monroe 3D Silk Lashes, and that's what they look like. I really love these for halo eyes because they give me length, but as you can see, they're kind of separated so that you can still see the spotlight in your eye look. So I'm going to take care of all that and I'll be right back. This is your finished look. I did finish it off with MAC's Chromographic eyeliner in Primary Yellow. I love this color in the waterline. It's like a beautiful mac and cheese yellow color. I think it looks beautiful. And I decided to go simple on the lips with this lip gloss by Persona in the shade Peach. And this is the finished look. I'm so happy with the way that it came out. The emphasis is definitely on the eyes. The rest of the complexion is very neutral but clean. I don't know, I'm really happy with the eye look. Let me know what you think in the comments section. What you think of this eye look, if you would wear it, if you call it wearable, or if you think it's still on the more bold side. I would definitely take this to evening and do like a really deep orangey red lipstick. That would be nice. But I do love the way that it looks and it's perfect for daytime. I think it's really fun for the weekend. Let's go ahead and zoom out and get into my final thoughts. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing my demo of how I created the eye look, and I really hope that I did the palette justice in really demonstrating how high quality and beautiful and easy to work with it really is, and then hopefully I gave you some ideas of other ways in which you can use the palette. Overall, I don't think I need to tell you again how absolutely thrilled I am to own this collection. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on the brand to see what they have coming up next. I can't wait to see what Jill creates with the Turquoise palette. Such an amazing color story, and this one, I honestly have nothing like it in my collection. A lot of the blue eyeshadow palettes that have recently launched lean more towards the cool tone blues, and these are more like turquoise, aquaish kind of blues. Completely different vibe, completely unique color story. This is really everything for my review. I do hope that you found it helpful. I hope you enjoyed the look that I created. Please don't forget to go give Jill a visit. I think you're going to absolutely love her, and let her know that you're there for my channel. Don't forget to enter our giveaway. Good luck to all of you. I think anybody would enjoy receiving this palette, so very, very good luck to you. Gonna be open just for a couple weeks. All the details are in the description box, as I mentioned down below, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, so good luck to everyone. Lastly, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to head over to Jill's channel. I will leave her channel, her links, and her social media platforms linked in the description box, as well as a subscribe button for her as well. Thank you for spending a few minutes of your day with me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would absolutely love to have you join my makeup family. I hope you're doing wonderfully well, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon on my next one. Bye-bye.